We will get into it, big fella. What you got?
Well, I've had a pretty rough go at things here recently with just being sick and like in the wintertime, it just seems like my hands, I'm pretty rough on them. And over the last couple times, well, matter of fact, like twice in the last week, I have drawn copious amounts of blood. I've bled my own blood.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Like I even got it all over my boots and shit at work. And so the other day we were driving rebar pins to center grade for one of our new concrete pads we're working on. And what's wrong?
Sinking.
Okay. I thought I'd missed something and you were flagging me down.
No. I'm just following along the conversation.
Okay. All right.
Dave is thinking about how nice and soft his hands are. And that's not a stab at you, Dave, because that
They
same
used
boat.
to not be.
Same boat. It's called white collar.
Yikes. So we use we're using 1/2-inch rebar that we had cut with a demo saw with a fiber blade on it.
I never liked operating demo saws.
They're loud as shit, man.
Well, and they just get easy to get out of.
Well, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, so I'm going after it. We're cutting them in 2-foot spots and all that stuff. Oh yeah, you want one, Mr. Squirrely Dan? Remember the last time we tried
These are
this?
different.
Those are only 3.
Oh, 3 millis.
They didn't have any.
And I didn't have a bunch of beers.
Go for the upper decky.
Oh, that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
We got to line the grooves up there, hot shot.
Good grief.
Child proof.
Oh.
So when you cut rebar with them fiber blades, you always get that extra
It's got a little bit of a
razor blade that
Yeah.
hangs off the side of it. So we're driving these things down. Good God. You need a screwdriver, honey?
No, I'm fine. I got it.
So we're hammering them down and this and that, and I'm getting down to the nitty gritty, and I'm trying to guide the driving to a certain way. Like I'm trying to meet the string,
Yeah.
So I'm really putting a little ass, bending it over and trying to, really hammer it. See, you missed that. I made a joke.
Bending it
there.
over, really hammering it.
Yeah. Figured you guys would quit with that Zen can and really lock in here. But I cut to shit, actually mashed my finger between the rebar and my hand.
Well, you dumbass, move your hand.
And I was bleeding like hell. Like I had blood all over the pin, had blood all over the handle of the hammer, all over my boot. And my buddy that was helping me, he's like,
Cesar?
no.
Oh, I should have waited till he did an accent.
And he was like, I'm not touching.
It's your finger. It's a bleeding.
I'm not. We don't work with any Italians. But anyway.
Hey, a big mace, you're a bleeding there, buddy.
My topic is.
Goddamn, we still haven't got to what the topic is.
Yeah. You're welcome. Because you guys been effing around.
It's not our fault.
Yeah, it is. It's totally your fault. Makeshift bandages.
Oh, been there.
Yeah.
Makeshift bandages. And I just feel like that's a good tactic to have is in order and the ability to construct and just make a Band-Aid when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was bleeding like hell and we weren't done.
You can't stop.
So I just kept bleeding my own blood all over these pins and shit. And then finally the boss was like, you probably ought to go get a piece of paper towel or something. You're bleeding everywhere. I'm like, yeah, I only got like 2 pins left. We'll get it. Well, then I went over and got some paper towel and I took my knife and cut it into a few strips and doubled them over and then put it around my finger and then take
Bold
some
move.
duct tape
When was the last time you got a tetanus shot?
when my kids were born.
Yeah, you probably ought to get that updated.
It's not been 10 years yet. Oh, yeah, it has.
Yeah, it's actually been 11.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't have tetanus, do I?
Maybe that's why you're sick.
Maybe that's why
Yeah.
I have lockjaw.
Oh, that's not something to joke
my
about.
God.
Talk about weight loss solutions.
Oh, shit. Am I going to get lockjaw?
Yeah, if you can't move your guy.
I'm not going to be able to speak.
the bacteria.
Lucky you guys. But anyway,
So
so
like
then.
you'd be a strong mumbler if you
Yeah.
couldn't talk.
Oh, yeah.
Mumble with myself. You already heard my deaf impersonation.
Oh, boy.
That reel ought to slap.
Probably shouldn't have sent that one out.
That's good. I love it. But big deaf community. It's hard to be deaf and listen to a podcast.
Don't have
I wonder what the subtitles are going to say.
You know, stuff like that.
no.
So then last night or yesterday, New Year's Day,
night, we let the liquor talk.
my mom always does the whole cabbage pot and all that stuff.
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
So I had to go to More for Less and get a head of cabbage. And I thought, you know, mom's making this too, but I needed to get milk and bread because snowpocalypse is coming.
Yeah.
And so I went and got all that shit and eggs and whatnot. And I thought, hell, I'll just get me a head of cabbage and try it myself. And I went to slicing that son of a bitch up and whack, right through the old tip of the thumb. And luckily my fingernail stopped it from lobbing my whole tip of my finger off.
Yeah.
But in that instance there, the water was already boiling, getting ready for so I just
Dip it in there.
Nope. I wrapped it up in a paper towel and did one of these numbers to get the blood to stop. And then I just continued to slice and throw it in.
Yeah.
And then after I was done, then I went and bandaged it correctly with gauze and things. But
Maybe what we're starting to learn here is you don't have real good focus with sharp items.
well, that's what I'm
around or-
saying. Like but it doesn't happen that often. Like the last time I cut myself real proper was not this barbecue competition, but the one before that.
The first one.
The first one. Yeah, I cut the shit out of my finger when we were matter of fact, that scar, you can kind of still see the scar right here.
Oh, yeah. Scar tissue.
But I cut the piss out of my
Scar
finger
tissue that I
doing
wish you saw.
I don't remember what I was trying to cut.
Zip ties.
Yeah, it was zip ties, wasn't it? Yep.
What in the world do we use zip ties for?
The banners on the tent.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Uh-huh. And I cut the living dog piss out of my finger that day. And had a taped up finger the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
You guys ever make makeshift band-aids?
All
Oh,
the time.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. The best is when you've got like a towel and then you can take a little bit of electrical tape. Because you get that electrical tape. real
towel?
tight. Well, like paper
Paper
towel.
towel.
Okay, yeah.
No, I've never used a knife to cut strips of paper towel. I typically just rip it. I rip it.
You're never going to rip it straight.
Well, at that point in time, it doesn't seem to matter that much. It's going to be wound up in blood soon.
Are you on any blood thinners?
No.
Just booze.
Just booze?
And testosterone.
Does that thin your blood?
No.
I don't know, but I'm 6 weeks behind, 5 weeks behind. I had to get a new batch in. So Sunday, back on the wagon.
Back on the T train.
That's
Like
right.
this past Sunday you did?
No. There's one coming up.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while. I can tell. But I'm good to go again for another few months.
You want to know how you guys have negatively affected me?
We're gonna have
You want
to
the
walk.
tea?
We're gonna have to walk
No.
in reverse when we leave here.
Why?
He's gonna be all teed up,
Oh, well. Just don't leave any patchouli smelling out of the ground.
riding the old captain of the old baloney pony here.
Every time like I start feeling like lazy,
You're like, I need that testosterone.
I go straight to the low T. I've almost called Doc Flaming up just to do a testosterone test. I mean, I know it's not my problem.
It
Just being
costs
lazy.
it costs a lot of money to get it done if your insurance don't pay for it.
Well, I mean, I'm just not going to do it. It's not a low T problem.
Now, back to the topic at hand.
Homemade bandages.
The best thing for a cut, back in the my younger days, there's this product that you use on horses when they get scrapes and cuts called Wonder Dust.
Mm-hmm.
You ever use Wonder Dust?
Never heard of it.
It's just got a little flip top it looks about like chalk line powder, but it's white. But it's a coagulant. And you just douse that effer in there, and then the blood sticks to it, and then it makes this real gnarly, funky
Probably
smelling
burns a little
scab.
bit.
It's not too bad. I'd like to find some of that. I feel like maybe flour would be close.
That's what you
Go
use
to
for a
Rural
dog.
King.
Wonder Dust or flour?
Flour for a dog's nail if you clip her too tight.
Jenna's been there before. She's clipped the quick once, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or the dog thought she did. Had to bandage her up. We had to make a makeshift bandage for her.
Right
And
there.
then my drunk ass was going to.
Wonder Dust wound powder.
Yep. I don't know if it's proved for folks or not, but I've used it a lot.
And
That
if
gets me to a second thing. My grandpa,
it's good enough for a horse, it's good enough for me, I reckon.
Yeah.
anytime I'd have like aches or pains or something that wasn't bleeding.
Goody powder. BC goody powder.
No. This wasn't a powder. He had this homebrew salve.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He'd put like liniment in there, like horse liniment that smells like mint, to like break down the muscles and stuff. And it was like good grief. It was sticky like syrup. but
Goody
it was
salve?
Thick like it's just homemade. I don't
That's
know
what
the
old
hell it was.
Honibut's Goody Salve. He was known as the Goody Salve man.
Okay.
Like he sold it for years, and it's sort of a damn it.
So did it work?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think so. Like if you had an ache, like you pulled a muscle, let me put some salve on it. Just put some of that on there, and then jam a finger.
It's not Goody Salve. What's
Get
it
one.
called?
Get stepped on or bit by a horse. You just put that salve on there.
And
you're
it
all-
fixed it?
It might have been a placebo effect, but man, I need a.
Raleigh's salve. Is that it? Raleigh's salve.
Well, this ain't something you could buy.
This was Grandpa Smoker's homemade recipe.
Right.
Grandpa Gibbons.
But this
Grandpa
is
Gibbons.
the stuff that the old boy down the road always used to sell. Raleigh's antiseptic salve. Ingredients:
Fragile.
turpentine,
Okay.
liquefied phenol, combined with a base of petroleum, paraffin, and cottonseed oil.
I feel like maybe if you took petroleum
And mixed
And
it with yellow.
placenta.
And mixed it with yellow 5, and that's what they're putting in all of our kids' food today.
Who's that?
That was my impression of RFK.
So back to petroleum jelly and placenta. I feel like that'd be a good start.
placenta.
I think there's like stem cells in there or something.
Oh, because don't the wardens have
The
joined.
pills.
Don't people like
You can
eat
get them
that
in
or
pills.
something?
Yeah. Soup.
Oh,
Like fresh from the baby?
Yeah.
Like, pass it up here. The
it's
rag?
dry.
Yeah. And put it in a capsule.
I bet they sell
I'd
that
wanna-
to the.
I'd want to grill it. I'd like to grill
Can
it.
you just get that?
The Merkley boys probably make some blood sausage.
Head cheese. You ever seen that stuff? Did you get a good look at that stuff?
No.
Blood
Wanderers,
sausage?
I'm trying something new here. Trying a Zen package.
Yep.
This is different. I tried a sixer a few days ago, and it made me want to barf.
The
Now, there's
three
three,
introduced you
But
to
it
it.
probably is the lack of the 40 beers beforehand.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We did work.
I
That got
thought
out
we
of
only
hand.
had like 5.
Nope.
Whole shit.
I
That
brought a
was a train
whole
wreck.
brand new 30 pack.
I got here 10 minutes before you with a brand new 30 pack.
And there was only 8 of them left.
Yeah, huh? And then that one up there, Brother Loves, is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh? How'd you play in euchre?
We
Did
dominated.
great.
Hell yeah.
Till I had to leave.
I got my ass chewed the whole time I was sitting there. We're gonna leave it at that. But goddamn,
Oh yeah. That was a tough situation. No, I didn't say it was you.
no.
No.
There was another patron
by somebody else that
that was
down.
telling me how the world was going south.
And you
Yeah.
need to
Crazy.
fix it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
mother-
so
Tough spot.
I tell you what. Now we were talking about bandages.
And salves.
Salve.
We were currently talking
Grandpa
about salves.
Gibbons salve.
Yeah. I can't remember it. Daggone it.
My grandpa was real big on salves too. And you know what else he was real big on?
Pipe tobacco.
Camphophenique.
Oh,
What is that?
never heard of it.
Have you never heard of camphophenique?
Mm-mm.
Oh boy.
Now, are you saying it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, you were the one that just mispronounced the ingredients.
PHO. Camphophenique. Right here, boys. Camphophenique is a powerful healing, gives cold sores a cold shoulder, tackle minor burns, bites, and scrapes. Now you want to talk about? It was always in these little green glass bottles that had like a metal cap, like right there. You put a little bit of that shit on anything, boy, and that'll if it don't heal it, it'll put
I'm going to go down to
put hair
Road
on your knuckles.
and I'm
That's
going
for
to get
sure.
me a bunch of liniment and some other shit, and I'm going to start whipping up salves.
Oh, that's good. You could
I'm
be
just-
a
I'm gonna-
salve maker.
Yeah,
Smoked dragon salve.
Smoke
What's-
salve. We'll sell that
Yeah,
on the
what-
online
now-
store.
The warden's back here talking about making tinctures.
Oh,
Tincture.
Do
my
you know
ward
what a
was talking
you know
about-
what a tincture is?
Yeah, like a little dropper.
No, you don't. It's called a tincture.
Yeah.
We got in a big fight one time because she swore up and down it was called tincture.
Well, there's too many syllables in the way that's
The same
spelled.
guy that would mispronounce ingredients and other things is the one that points out everybody else's
When you know them, you know 'em.
slight.
I'll buy that.
You're not good at being wrong, Casey. So
I bet we could.
that's all it is.
I bet we could sell our homemade
I'm
Dutchman remedies.
sure.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it would be. It would
Hey,
be.
hey, Wanderers! If there's a smoker salve for sale on some sort of Wandering Dutchman store, would you buy smoker salve? Because I'll work on a recipe.
Yeah, drop it in the comments. Let us know. Anyway.
See,